We now know it was a veteran Bay Area pilot who died while battling a wildfire in Yosemite. Tonight, new accounts of the moment his air tanker went down in flames, and already a moving tribute to the man colleagues say paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Craig Hunt was battling the Dog Rock fire when his air tanker crashed into a canyon outside the community of El Portal. Parts of the plane ended up as far away as Highway 140.
Team coverage. Dahlin is in Hollister, where colleagues of Craig Hunt are sharing their memories.
But first, Andria Borba live in El Portal with new accounts of the crash and an emotional ceremony.
Well, this is the end of the road to get into the western entrance of Yosemite National Park. Highway 140 is closed as the NTSB has control of the highway. That is where they're trying to figure out how the wreckage of Craig Hunt ended up on the roadway out of the sky.
To see it happen and to realize, oh my God, someone died.
The sobering reality from the sheer granite faces outside Yosemite National Park Tuesday afternoon.
The ceremony you're about to see is the changing of the guard.
Gave way to a somber ceremony on Highway 140 for the pilot killed fighting the Dog Rock fire.
Freeze it! Poof!
The pilot's body in a basket and draped in an American flag was transferred from the Park Service back to CAL FIRE on the asphalt not far from where he died.
This pilot died serving the state, serving his community, and protecting the lives and property in and around the community of Foresta.
Pilot Craig Hunt's plane, a Grumman S-2T, was one of 23 CAL FIRE had in their statewide fleet. All are grounded on a safety stand-down until there are some answers about the crash. To cover a still active California wildfire season, the U.S. Forest Service moved 13 air tankers into the Golden State as backup. The firefighting community is mourning the loss tonight. Even those who didn't know Hunt are choking up.
Never matters what patch you wear. The fire family is what it is. That's pretty important to all of us. So it is tough.
Now, as a sign of respect, a CAL FIRE crew actually slept out in the wilderness with Hunt's body last night while they were waiting to remove his body. They didn't take his body out of here until about 10 this morning out here in El Portal. Now, coming up new tonight on KPIX5 News at 6 o'clock, hear from eyewitnesses, hear about the moment things went terribly wrong out here. Alan, Liz.
Yeah, it's an honor to stay with him. All right, Andria Borba, thank you.
KPIX5's Dahlin is in Hollister, where the pilot was based. Now, Dahl, he had years of flying experience.
That's right, Liz, and it's been a tough, sad day for firefighters at this air base, CAL FIRE Air Base in Hollister. You can see well-wishers dropping off flowers right here in front of the base to support the firefighters. For the last 13 years, pilot Craig Hunt have flown out of this base to fight fires. He took off from the base with the air tanker around 3:15 yesterday afternoon. About an hour later, the plane crashed. Hunt was a contracted pilot working for CAL FIRE. The San Jose man was an experienced pilot. His daughter shared these photos with us, including a wedding photo. She says Hunt spent close to 10 years as a U.S. Navy P-3 pilot and was in the reserves for another 20 years. The family says his other passion was teaching during the off-season. In the winter months, Hunt taught chemistry at UC Santa Cruz. In fact, when he was at the CAL FIRE Air Base, firefighters say Hunt would help those firefighters who are in college part-time.
This is where his being a teacher kicked in, would tutor them when they would try to, not do their homework as assigned. He'd sit them all down around the table and make sure that they'd get their work done. So he was their tutor, life tutor and educational tutor here at the station.
Craig Hunt lived in San Jose with his wife and 2 daughters. His daughter, Sarah, released this statement this afternoon. She says, "My dad died a hero. There was not a day that went by that I didn't talk to my dad. He was my best friend." Now, his friends and co-workers at this base right here are still grieving, as you can imagine, but they're getting support from firefighters from around the country. In fact, the battalion chief here tells me that firefighters from Anaheim drove all the way up here today to show their support to the firefighters today. By the way, Hunt was 63. Live in Hollister, I'm Dahlin, KPIX 5.
And developing news, firefighters battling as many as 7 grass fires burning right now in Placer County. Flames are burning right along Interstate 80 in the Applegate area. Eastbound 80 is closed at Applegate. Those fires sporadically broke out about 1:30 this afternoon. 50 acres have burned so far. Several homes are threatened in this. Mandatory evacuations are in place for dozens of homeowners. The Red Cross is setting up 2 evacuation centers.